Hello, everyone. How's it going? I hope you are having a wonderful weekend, whatever day you happen to stumble upon this reading. This is your weekly. My readings are timeless. However, there are dates on the description just for the sake of organization, or it might just apply a little bit more directly for you during that time frame. I am Elena Valdez. Welcome to my channel. Please take a moment to subscribe and like the content if you like it, of course, and leave a comment. I'm new here to YouTube and I'm really trying to get myself out there. Also, I want to just remind everyone that my main readings here on this platform is child tarot. So I actually do monthly tarot readings for children to assist parents and guardians on how to navigate whatever stuff is coming up for their child, and it's based on the astrological signs. So there's a playlist. I'll go ahead and link it below, but that's actually my main, I'm passionate of all tarot things, but that's like the main reason I joined this platform. So go ahead and give that a look-see and let's get started. So let's do this weekly. I hope everyone's doing great. I am starting to feel that lift of pressure. I am sure you are all also starting to feel it. It's like a combination of relief that the year is coming to an end. And then at the same time, there's that little bit of a, ooh, but what does that mean, right? So we're all experiencing that. So let's see what the weekly is for the collective. And I really strongly believe that these readings come to you, or you stumble upon them when you need them the most. So let's see, Spirit, what else? So far, we've got the Ace of Wands right out of the gate. That's wonderful. That's our energy coming back, right? All right, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, ooh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. What else, Spirit? What else do you need us to know and focus on this coming week? I've been reading a lot. I'm getting reacquainted with law of attraction, something that I sort of walked away from for a little bit or forgot. Not that law of attraction stops when you stop believing it, because that's, it's law, it continues, but I wasn't really intending as much as I used to under law of attraction knowledge. And I could feel the difference. I'm going to get one more card here. I said one card, Spirit. One more card, please. Okay, I'll stop for now and then I'll move on to a different deck. Okay, so far we've got the Ace of Wands. Oh, and I have a call coming in, so hopefully it doesn't interrupt this reading. Okay, and then we have the Chariot, yes, and we have the Hermit. This is very interesting. So yes, exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the reading, that we're starting to get our energy back here, right, this week. Here at the end of December, actually. And we're starting to get our energy back, and it's prompting us to move forward in whatever areas we weren't maybe motivated or encouraged to move forward in previously, or the boundaries or anything that was blocking, whatever obstacles were blocking our movement forward are being unblocked, right? And at the same time, though, you're going to have this need, because I think what's going to happen here is we're all going to come out of the gate. And I hate to use this reference, but I'm going to use it because it's just solid in my mind right now. You know, when you go to the racetrack and the horses are like right before they set to go, they're like at the gate and they're ready to go. They're ready to start the race and then blast off, and they just take off, right? So I feel like that's where we are as a collective. Like it's the end of the year. Especially here in the United States, a lot of changes have taken place regarding politics and whatnot, and COVID, and I mean, that's really all over the world, right? But I think what's happening as a collective is we have all this wound up energy that we haven't been able to use, right? because we've been on shutdown, or even if you live somewhere where you're not on shutdown, there's still been sort of a pull because commerce has slowed down, tourists coming into your country have slowed down, like all of that good stuff. So your usual go, go, go has taken, the cadence has changed, right? And so the momentum has changed with it. And so what I feel is happening here, and what the cards are saying, is that you're going to feel this urge to go, and you're going to start moving forward. And then there's a moment where we're going so fast, so quickly, that we're going to need a moment to pause, right? Or you may hit that wall of everything is so great for 3 days, and then boom, you're back in that isolation mode, which I think a lot of us, including myself actually, I think a lot of us have been experiencing that, of like really high highs and really low lows, and then just sort of like this whole up and down, right? Just sort of mirroring what's going on in the world. And I think what's happening here is, you know, some of you are starting new projects. Some of you are actually starting new relationships too, because this could be like your physical raw energy coming, like it's almost like you're starting something from scratch as almost like a newbie, right? So for those of you who have been out of a relationship for a while, you may start seeing the signs of you wanting to enter that again. Now, Wands isn't generally a relationship card. It's more of an energy, raw energy action card, but I'm picking up relationship energy, and probably because it's paired here with the Chariot, which is that's the Cancerian Cancer card. So you may be dealing with the Cancer actually, but I also feel that something that you start now during this time frame, whether it's a new project, because this is also what we create, right? It's our raw energy. So, you know, our creativity, that's our raw energy. Anything new that we're creating falls under this card. I do get the sense that some of you are going to really reap the benefits or start seeing the movement in that area around the Cancerian time frame, which is June, July of 2021. And then for some others of you, or the same project here, that you start to see, maybe you start signing an agreement during the time, and then during Virgo season, you start seeing its full fruition, or it gaining more roots, if you will. That's for one group of you. Because remember, this is a reading for the collective, right? So it's a little bit more, you know, it's kind of spans out a bit more. So that's what I get for one group of you. So you have a time frame here. You have something new venture you're getting into, potentially even a new love, like I said earlier, gaining momentum June, July, and then during Virgo season, which is August, September of 2021, gaining a little bit more of a grounded commitment, if you will. All right. Now, for others of you, if we're going to bring it a little bit more closer to the present, or in the next week to 2 weeks that you come to the reading, this is really about remembering, really making sure that as you begin to move forward, that you also remember to take the time out to reflect, right? Because the Hermit is about going inward. It's twofold. It's about going inward, and it's also about coming out of that inwardness and allowing ourselves to be led by the inner light. Whatever lessons we learned when we were isolating, whatever lessons we learned when we were in our, hermit mode, or whatever truths about ourselves that we found out, now we're having an opportunity here, right, to practice, right? It's sort of like you go to therapy to learn about yourself, but it doesn't end there. The work begins when you practice, right? You practice what you learn about yourself, like you practice to change the habits or the whatevers that we're working on, right? It doesn't happen just by going to therapy. It doesn't happen just by sitting in meditation and boom, we've got the download. Okay, great. Yes, we get those downloads and information that we need of, our shortcomings and things that we need to, improve and work on. But it's not enough to just gather the information. Now we have to put the work into it. We have to, not have to, but we get to choose to move forward and make the changes by practicing by switching our tone and how we speak to others if that's an issue, or kind of changing any cycles that we've created, that we've learned along the way from our childhood, from our upbringing, and yada yada. You get the drill. So what's happening here is that we're starting to move forward. The Chariot is saying, let's do it. Come on, baby, let's do it. Let's move forward. The Ace of Wands is, this is by the grace of sacredness, the divine, whatever it is that you hold divinely and whatever it is you believe in, the universe. The universe saying, here it is. Here's your opportunity. Move forward. I'm giving you more energy. I'm giving you more. I'm picking up a lot of like your self-esteem is starting to come back too. And then the Hermit reminds you, okay, don't forget what you learned. Don't forget what you learned when you were on quarantining for X amount of months about yourself, right? Because a lot of us really got some hard looks at ourselves. Like we got an opportunity to really see our stuff, right? Because we've gotten to spend a lot more time on our own, and we're like, wow, is that what it's like to live with myself? Well, okay, maybe I'm just talking about myself, but anyway, in this regard, the Hermit does remind us, you have an opportunity here to take that information that you gathered during your isolation mode and really put it into practice. All while remembering, because the Chariot is about balance, right? It's about balancing two opposites, right? It's about balancing feminine, masculine, and I'm not speaking gender, I'm talking energies, right? So there is an emphasis here. There's a full circle emphasis. There's a feeling here. I'm feeling timing also. Like I said before, there's a timing here. The Ace beginning at the end of this year to the beginning of the year, moving into the Cancer season, moving into Virgo. That may mean something for you already right out of the gate. You may already know what that is. Perhaps there's even an escalation or progression of a relationship that you already know is going that realm, right? Yeah, this is really nice. I'm picking up for another group of you. You have really come into a spiritual awakening, because this could also mean like life force energy, like you feeling it in your body. And, it could be Reiki, energy healing. It could be that kind of thing that makes you move forward into a teaching modality, or some kind of meditation, an ashram, or something that isolates you in a way to teach others how to go inward a bit more, to find their own light and their own truth. That's very specific. So that's going to be for a handful of you, but that is coming in quite clear. So, okay. All right, that was, okay, I want to get another, let's see, how much time do we have here? Okay, yeah, let me move into advice. Yeah, let's do some advice. What advice do you have, Spirit, for those watching? Okay, let me do this. I'm going to take the Light Seers deck. Okay, what is your advice for those watching this, Spirit? What advice do you have? And once again, I want to thank all of you, any of you returning and watching my videos again. I so appreciate you. All right. Let's see what we have. Oh, I love it. You have the Sun and you have the Empress. Gorgeous, right? So these came in as advice cards, right? So you see how, I don't think you can see it, but there's this light. So she's like basking under the sun, literally, like she's like, oh, take me, I'm so happy, right? And there's a little light. There's a glare so you can't see it. There's like a light, almost like a crown chakra, like her crown chakra is being lit up, right? From that which is above her, sacredness. And it's really, I'm telling you, there are a group of you here who are coming into some major spiritual awakening. And this is saying to you, And I just heard sacrifice. Why did I hear sacrifice? So for some of you, this is confirming that you are making a sacrifice to go this route. So there's something that has to change in order for you to go this direction of the spiritual enlightenment or awakening that you're going through. There's something else that's sort of quote unquote suffering, meaning, you know, like your priorities have shifted in order for you to give this time and effort. And it's not even like you're giving time and effort. It's just like your soul is just like pulling you through to that. And you have no choice but to go that direction. And so Spirit is confirming, yes, I know that there's a sacrifice. I mean, maybe your family, you're not spending as much time with your family, or maybe your job or whatever it is, to go this direction. For others of you, this is whatever creative project you're working on here is going to pull you in such a joyous way. Again, you're not going to have a choice but to go towards it. And Spirit is confirming, like, give yourself to it. Like, just allow yourself to bask in that, because there is some beauty here. There is something profound happening to you here. That's so, like, this is solar plexus. This is like from deep and deeply divinely you. And you're going to be sort of swept off your feet, right? And it doesn't need to be a romantic thing sweeping off your feet. It could be your own creativity. It can be your child that you just had. It could be a new venture that you're going into. And again, for the other group that I initially brought up, for others of you, it's going to be you giving yourself into this new spiritual realm that you never knew you needed, or that was such a part of you. Like, it's just going to happen, and it's probably already happened here. So the advice here is to give yourself to that joy, albeit sacrifices you need to make, because there are a few of you, and I mean, I heard it so loudly and clearly, and it's a thing. It's okay. It's okay that other things, unfortunately, are not going to take precedence anymore. They're not going to be the priority. And it doesn't have to be permanent. Remember that. This could be temporary. For now, you need to just put that aside, whatever it is. It might be a relationship. It might be as the amount of time you're spending with children, because this is going to be calling your attention. So Spirit is saying, as an advice card, give yourself to it. Just allow yourself to enjoy it, and allow yourself to enjoy this and be happy with it. Okay, that's huge. That's big for advice, and also nurturing, because the Empress is receptive, right? So again, it's about receiving. It's about receiving the joy. It's about allowing yourself to be showered with whatever it is that you are being presented with, this new venture, this new relationship, this new, whatever it is for you, the spiritual realization. And the Empress, again, as some of you are, you know, there's children involved here. Yeah, because the Sun, you know, rules Leo, and then we have the Empress, and, you know, she symbolizes fertility. So that some of you, the giving into is giving into a child. Perhaps you've adopted. Perhaps you have, you're fostering a child. Perhaps you have had a child, or you just found out that you're pregnant, or your family member might have had a little one that's now going to be a part of your life. It could be your best friend. It could be your siblings, and now you're an auntie, an uncle, you know, something like that. And so Spirit is saying, allow yourself to enjoy that process. And this is twofold. Like, every card is always twofold, right? Or four, sometimes threefold or fourfold, depending, because we're talking about the collective. So also taking care of yourself, right? Nurturing yourself, loving yourself, you know, comforting yourself, whatever that is for you, and allowing yourself to bask in this energy of vitality and creativity and love, because the Sun is one of the best cards to get in the tarot deck. And so is the Empress. So when you have them combined, Spirit is saying, I've got you. I've got your back. You're good. Things are going to look up. For those of you who've had trouble with work and finances, like a lot of people have this year, things are going to start to look up. I know it may not feel that way right now, and you're wondering and asking, well, where I don't have any leads for jobs, or financial, what have you. There is something that's going to be a bit out of nowhere that comes up. And I have a feeling this is going to strike, it's going to be a collective. It's going to surprisingly be very helpful. I don't know what that is. Could be political. I have no idea. But something good is coming our way. For those of you watching this, something good is coming your way. Believe that, own it, and claim it, and feel it. So feel it. If something feels good to you and you want that, put it out there. Law of attraction. We're just talking about that, right? So it's not just enough to visualize it. You got to feel the feeling of what that would feel like if you were in that situation, as if you're going through it now. So let's remember that. It's a good reminder for me too. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I have enjoyed having you here today. And please, once again, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate you for that. Like, comment, all that good stuff, and tell your friends about this new channel. And I hope to see you here soon. Remember, I'm doing child tarot. So be on the lookout for that. And there's a link below. All right. Ciao. Bye.